Hi, I'm Jason Thomas.
Hi, and I'm Claire Tulas. Welcome to Hot Topics.
GL34's new show that tackles the controversial issues of today.
On September 11, 2001, 2 planes crashed into the World Trade Center and one into the Pentagon, with 6,000 people missing and likely deceased.
Our hot topic for our first episode is Governor Livingston High School's response over the last few weeks to the recent terrorist attacks on the United States.
Our first segment today is the students' thought and feeling on what happened. Jason Thomas and Carlos Alvarez were in the halls talking to students.
Vince?
Yeah, I am. I think that we haven't responded the last couple of times that they've attacked embassies and our ships. I think it's time we show them that we're not going to take it.
Yes, against the terrorists, but not against countries. I just don't want to get into a big war.
Yeah, I do. It was an act of war, and we should retaliate.
I actually didn't believe it because I overheard 2 students talking, and I didn't know what to think. And then I heard later from teachers that it had.
I was in school, so I didn't really understand what was going on. When I got home later that day, watched the news and realized how bad it was, and I was just in shock.
Complete disbelief. I didn't think anything like that could ever happen.
I feel really bad for all the kids that lost their parents. That's pretty much the worst thing, and everybody who just died for no reason.
I think was the prudent thing to do. Thank you.
Because no one knew what was going on, and we weren't told exactly what happened, and I think it just worried us more than it should have.
Because somebody told me, and there was a lot of rumors going around, so they probably should have told us something, but they didn't, so that's not really all that great.
Been informed of it, basically because I could have known people who were in it, and some of my friends did, but the moment of silence the day after was really appropriate, and I think they did a good job.
But I agree with the school's decision to canceling all the after-school activities and everything.
Although many students had strong feelings about what happened, many felt powerless to do anything. However, several students did take action. Jenna Palmquist interviewed some active teenagers at GL.
Hello and welcome. Today we will feature 3 GL students, Ashley, Christina, and Hope. Ashley is a senior here at Governor Livingston, Christina is a junior, and Hope is a sophomore. They are in the JROTC here at Governor Livingston. How are you all doing today?
Fine.
Good? Okay. Okay, what did you do to raise money that you collected, and why did you do it?
Well, after it happened, we all wanted to do something, and we knew we couldn't physically help out. So we were talking with each other, and I went home and I was talking to my mom, and she gave me ideas, which I brought to them, and we just decided to raise money for the Fireman's Fund, which was Christina's idea, because we just wanted to do something. So we decided to do the Fireman's Fund, and we just
decided to do it.
Basically.
What did you do to raise the money? Did you go to stores and just collect money? What did you do?
Yeah, we went to drug fair and we sold in front of there for a while. We did that for a couple days. Then we went down to New Providence and sold in front of Blockbuster. And then we sold them at school, and a lot of kids bought them, and so did the teachers.
We sold ribbons.
Okay.
Yeah. Ribbons.
How much money did you end up raising?
I think it's about $2,900 right now.
That's a lot of money. How did this tragedy affect you personally? Did you lose anyone, or did you know someone that was in the buildings or anything?
Personally, it didn't affect me. I had nobody. I don't know anybody. I had nobody close or even new. But I took it harder than I thought I would. I heard about it, and I didn't know what was actually happening until I went home at 8 o'clock that night and watched the TV, but I didn't know. But it really hurt me, and I had nightmares for a couple days.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, some of my friends live in New York. I came home. I was really afraid for them. I know some of their parents worked in the building, and some of the people got out and some didn't, you know.
Yeah.
I think it affects us all. At least someone knows, has some link to it if they don't even know the person, you know. So.
And you?
I too had friends that lived in New York, but fortunately they didn't get hurt, and I was really happy for that.
That's good. How do you think the school handled giving us the news as students?
I wish they told us. That they tried to protect us, which was good. And they tried to like make us stay calm and everything. But I just wish they told us about it so we weren't out of the loop. But we did hear a lot that was going on. And then on the next day, we talked about it in classes, and that was good. That helped me a lot.
Like anything else you want to add about like raising the money and how, you know, what you're gonna, you know, the Fireman's Fund or anything like that, just information?
We want to thank everybody. And on a personal note, I met a fireman, a New York fireman, the other day. And I was telling him about it, and he teared up. He was so happy. He didn't think that, like, children, like kids, teenagers would be able to do that, and he was really touched. He was touched a lot, and I was telling him about Christina and Hope, and he was amazed.
Yeah, it kind of shows, it's very good of you guys to do it. It shows that, you know, teenagers do care, and we're not as bad as people think we are.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I thought it was, like, good. Like, when we were selling them, it wasn't just, like, middle-aged people. There were old people, there were young people. And just the amount of money we made from this. And, I mean, that we were selling them for $1, and everyone was just, like, giving us 20s, you know. And we were like, wow, you know, I think this country's really patriotic, and I think this brought us together.
It really did.
And I want to thank everyone, too, because our country really needs us right now. Not just the money for the people who lost family, but also, you know, just a bonding so we can get through this.
What were the things that you sold look like? Were they like an American little flag?
They were red, white, and blue ribbons.
All different
We had
kinds.
like the cancer ones with red, white, and blue. We had
bow ties,
curlies.
Her mom crocheted necklaces or bracelets out of red, white, and blue yarn. And they looked really nice.
The kids liked those.
We made them all.
How much time?
Spent one night. Like we were up all night one night.
And then the morning
and we made over we made over 1,000.
Yeah, we made like 2,000 ribbons.
Wow.
Plus bracelets and stuff.
And the turnout was wonderful. Like everybody, like they'd see them and they'd be like, "Can we have one?" And they donated. And one lady, where I work, J&M Market in Mountainside, one lady gave a $100 donation, and that touched me. And I was quite surprised.
That's really nice. Thank you guys so much for coming, and it's great to see, like, you know, teenagers just going out and showing them, you know, we're not as bad as people think we are, and you guys put in a good word for us. So thank you so much for coming, and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Jenna Palmquist, and I'm here with Joanna Murray, a senior at Governor Livingston High School. Joanna organized a candlelight vigil on the night of September 11th after the terrorist attacks. So tell us what happened, and how did you start at this?
Well, that day during school, nobody really knew what was going on, and so I left school early because I had to drive a friend home whose father worked in the World Trade Center, and I was really upset about it. And when I got home, I was sitting down watching TV, and I said to myself that everyone just sat there and watched TV the whole night. No one could pull themselves away. So I called up my friend Cecilia, and I said to her that we should have a prayer group, but a lot of people thought that no one would want to come because of everything that happened, and people wouldn't want to leave their houses. But I ended up calling two other friends of mine, Dana McCurdy and Leslie Guyton, and I told them to call people, and I set a time and said to meet at Memorial Field in Berkeley Heights at 8 o'clock that evening and bring a candle. And I thought that it would be a few of my friends showing up, you know, just to kind of do something nice. And it ended up that over 200 people showed up, and it was really great. So.
Yeah, I actually got an IM saying this thing happened, but I didn't get until like 9 o'clock. So did like people go on the internet and just post it all around, like from people from Berkeley Heights and Summit and New Providence and stuff?
I found out that people who were on the internet on AOL put it on their instant messengers when they were away. They said that they were at Memorial Field for the service, and I think that's amazing that so many people actually wanted to go and do something like really great, especially since it was so close to the tragedy that happened.
Like, did this affect you? Did you know anyone, or you said like your friend's father worked in the Twin Towers. Like, did you actually know anyone personally?
Yeah, most of the people I know got out, but I'm originally from Bayonne, and everybody's right across the river. And so there's so many people who work over there, and I know so many stories from friends about things that happened, but thank God everyone that I know was okay. And it's not even that. I think this affects everybody, no matter if you know someone or if you don't know anybody, it's still going to affect you in a major way.
So you organized a candlelight vigil. Like, did you do anything else, or was it just like going to pray for people?
Well, I did the vigil, and with the help of my friends, we had a lot of people there, and it was really great because I think it comforted a lot of people to know that there were so many people. And the thing that I really liked about it is that people who I hadn't talked to in so long and I hadn't even gotten along with came up to me, and we just ended up clicking because it brings everybody together. And it's sad that a tragedy brings everybody together, but it truly did. And there's other things I've been doing for the World Trade Center attack. Like on this Thursday at the Union County Arts Center, I'm going to be singing the Star Spangled Banner for Vigil, and I've been doing that at a few different memorial services and things like that.
That's awesome. Did you did you think that this kind of tragedy would ever happen in your generation?
You know what? I could imagine things like this happening, but the thing is, I can't understand it. I go to New York all the time. I mean, I'm a total city girl, and I was actually there the Sunday before this happened with a friend of mine, and my father, who is in his 50s, said he had never been to the top of the World Trade Center, and about a few weeks before it happened, they went to the top, which is where my mom and him, and it's strange that they're not there anymore, and it's such a symbol of what America means, and I think that through this all, though, we will overcome it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much for coming. It's awesome what you did, and amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And to show that, Berkeley Heights came together, even, 200 people coming together, and we all need to get away from the TVs.
And it's really hard. I think it's harder than people even know for the youth, for little kids it's hard, but for kids at our age who actually know everything that's going on but don't know what's going to happen in their future. I mean, we are tomorrow's future, and we don't know what's going to happen, and for the most part, I think everybody's hoping for peace, but who knows, and if we work together, we'll come up with something good.
So thank you so much for coming. It was amazing talking to you. If any of you want to get involved like these students, our next segment has different ways and phone numbers to help you out. Thank you for watching.
Be sure to tune in soon for a brand new episode of Hot Topics.